Hello everyone, Indonesia and Singapore. My name is Selfie. People call me Selfie, take selfie, use a phone and selfie. So yeah, I'm 26 this year. I like to do like gym and my hobbies are cook and all that. Two cats, which is so cute that I like to see every day when I come home. And so yeah, that's basically about me.
That's it.
Bola Aiman.
Okay, hello. The next one is Aiman.
Hi everyone. My name is Wan Aiman. You can just call me Aiman. Bisa panggil Aiman aja. I'm 24 this year. As for hobbies, I love working out, same as Sophie. Lifting heavy things, heavy weights, and I'm a boxer as well. Saya lagi tinju.
Oh, tinju.
Iya.
Ya, yang tempat UFC saya bawa LRD, saya bawa dia ke UFC juga, sama tempat. Yang kamu video.
Sama Sophie juga?
Enggak, Sophie belum ke sana.
Oh, Sophie belum.
Waktu itu belum lagi.
I want to ask, how much do you know about this competition? I mean, about the Mr. Supra. Sejauh mana tahu tentang ini kompetisi?
Sophie boleh atau Aiman yang jawab?
Okay. So far, I know it's more about, I think this year tagline is inspiration and aspiration, whereby you have to show who you aspire to be and make sure that others will be inspired by your stories and what you've been through. So I guess that tagline makes a difference than others supranational that happened in the past. So yeah, I guess we have to carry that tagline along so people will notice that what's this year's Supra is all about. Yeah.
Okay.
How about Aiman?
For me, from what I learned, what I know about Mr. Supranational 2021 is their branding of, as Sophie said, is about aspiration and inspiration. So it's about you trying to influence more people, especially the youth, the teenagers, to be inspired with what you're doing, to be a positive influencer in a way, and make people have a good positive mindset and just be better in general.
Oke, saya juga harus jawab kan?
Boleh.
Jadi karena negara Singapura dan Malaysia tahun ini tahun pertama kita masuk Supra. Jadi karena itu kita cuma tahu Supra dari tahun ini yang ada aspiration dan inspirasi. Jadi karena itu kita butuhkan nasihat dari mereka yang sudah lama kenal dengan Supra. Itu jawabannya.
Dan lagi
boleh Kak.
After you guys chat with Anne, right, in the Supra chat, so what is your impression with the other contestants, something like that?
Okay, I'll go. I guess they're all very each and every one of them have their own personality by how they answer, and like some answers depends on their own country. So I guess it's like in a way we haven't met them yet, but they tell what's happening in their country, like how the COVID situation happened and what's other protocol. It's very different for other countries. It's very different. So I guess we, in a way, it's not just a chat. We learn something, a part of them throughout the chat. And we also learn some from men as well. So I guess it's it's kind of a stepping stage or stepping process. Oops, I'm blurry. Can you see? A stepping process to know each other. Yeah.
Okay. And Aiman?
For me, I guess it's kind of the same as Sophie. Just that I want to say that all the other contestants, as you can see, they are quite a tough competitors. From their own country. I mean, they are very charismatic in a way, and we learn a lot from not just them as a individual, also from what they bring from their country and what they advocate for. And it's a very good learning experience for me personally. I think myself.
So you guys in the different group or in the same group chat?
Same
We're
chat.
in the same group.
Okay.
Nanti
Do you guys have any story that say
Ivan, you want to say first? I guess your story is better.
I mean, I can go first. Yeah, sure. I mean, the story me to Pauline. Basically, I would like to, you know,
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay.
So basically, I would like to tell my story because I've been a victim, as you can see when I was. So it cost me my life. So you can consider a disabled person. In a way, I one less of one side because I'm blind with my left eye, and the reason this happened because I was bullied when I was young, and this like group of kids. You can see my seniors during the time they tried to try to force me to give them money, which I refused, and then started to be violent. So they started to kick, punch, and I tried to defend myself, and then they throw things, and I think there's like a branch or something. It directly hit my eye, and yeah. So I guess that's maybe the main reason why my left eye is, you can say, blind right now. And the story that I would like to bring to Pauline, I want to tell to express myself that I'm by nowhere near perfect, and I'm sure I'm not gonna be perfect in the future, but just people who also in a similar situation with me with disabilities, either mentally, physically. I have people reaching out for me through social media that they are inspired by my stories, how I overcome it, how I express it. Mr. Supranational, so I so call them my a warrior also, because they have a dream that they think they cannot strive for it, but actually they can. It doesn't mean that you have disabilities, you are unable. You still able. You just need to work hard on it. You just strive higher than other people, and one day, if God wills, you may reach on the top. Maybe better than someone who's more perfect than them. And I'll just like to show to the world that we are able.
Okay. And Sophie, maybe?
Okay, my message is somewhat similar to Aiman, but not to a serious one. Well, mine was also bullied in secondary school days, but it's just that I find ways to go out of the bully incident, whereby I studied hard, and then from there I managed to change school. And from there I have a good, really loving friends that want to be friends with me, and we studied together. I guess if let's say you can't change environment, you can do something from within. So that's why I started studying hard, and I just don't care about bullies. I want to get out of it. So from there onwards, I see achievement within. I'm happy that I did what I did. And I guess my message is also to bring, like, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there, and like, most of all, they don't have their family to be there for them with bad family background. And that's where I come in to sort of like promote positive youth development in a way, but let's say like a figure for people who's having the same problem as me, and I'll be someone who can guide them throughout this process of being bullied, and also be there. Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys.
No problem.
Next.
Next.
Oke, ini kan Miss-nya nggak ada ya untuk Singapura, Malaysia nih. Kalau kalian boleh milih gitu, Miss Supranasional nanti, siapa yang negara kalian jagokan sebagai pemenang?
Cantik sekali.
Ya, siapa ya?
Miss
It's
Jihan.
only one.
Miss Jihan from Indonesia.
Kenapa?
I don't know, the way she carry herself, it's so, it's like, you know, that feeling. The way how do you say, her photo shoots, her image of showing herself is just wow, you know. It's like there's charisma. There's when kids look at it, they'll get inspired. Like, wow, it's like, is this Asian next top model or something? But it's not. It's Miss Supra. I guess that's the image that she brings across to the whole entire world.
How about Aiman?
The same. Miss Jan, I think she's very charismatic, very, you can say very versatile in a way, because the way of doing her photo shoots with her videos that she done, and I just like the way how she carry herself to that stage.
Oke, kalau tebak benar nih Jihan sebagai pemenangnya, apa yang akan kalian lakukan nanti ketemu Jihan di malam final?
Okay, I go first.
Yeah, sure.
I'll bring her down to Singapore to eat all the food. I know she's on diet, so let her eat food that they can experience in Singapore, like all those unique food. Let her enjoy herself. Then give her the best food that she can have and experience that she can have in Singapore. But I know she's on the diet, so
Yeah,
maybe
I guess
she and me can, and Aiman also can eat everything, because we're all of us on diet. So after the whole competition, why not, right?
Yeah.
Kalau Aiman, apa? Sama.
Sama. Mungkin I will fight with Sophie, because I think personally, I think Malaysian food is better. Not being biased, but yeah, because dieting is not really that, you can say, easy, and it's not really that fun in a way, because during your competition, it will be a very nice feeling in a way.
Kalian ada bawa sesuatu nggak sih, kayak souvenir gitu buat kontestan, atau siapa yang kalian mau kasih?
Ada, kita Malaysia, kita bawa. Mas Irwan mau tempoyak, jadi kita sudah siapkan tempoyak dari Malaysia. Ya, dari Singapura juga kita ada oleh-olehnya.
I think personally, I really hope that we are serumpun, that we can, going far in the final night, because I hope that Sophie and then Aiman, and then also our Indonesian man Oki, but the strongest contestant in Mr. Supranational, in your opinion? I mean, after the chat, maybe.
For me, in a way, I feel very, because he's quite knowledgeable. I mean, he is a doctor for his job, so he's quite knowledgeable and he's very charismatic, and he looks like a very friendly person. So I'll just like to learn from him. Also from other contestants, and I really think Sophie is also one of the great contenders there. So, and he have his advantages that you will see on the final night.
Oke. Siapa yang mau nanya lagi?
Taufi belum jawab ya?
Dia mencari jawaban kayaknya.
Ini aku sambil lihat Nepal.
Checklist ya. Kita checklist paling.
Okay, I really don't know a lot of them yet, but I did message some of them through Instagram. WhatsApp, I don't think we know the personality that in there. So from what I know, that the biggest competitor would be, can I choose Aiman or not? Can, right? Aiman. I don't choose others. I want Aiman, because I think his message is really powerful, whereby it's like, how to say, it gives a platform, like telling other people that, even though you have disabilities, just don't see it as a disability, that kind of thing. And so I think from that, those Aiman has had the how to say, basically have the courage to stop and because currently now we are just focusing on brains, looks. So I think that's more to the outer and how to say and qualification wise. So I guess Aiman is the best spokesperson for the whole competition. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oke.
Really
Eh,
nice.
buat
Yeah, Aiman, you will rocking it.
Making me blush lah.
oke.
Mr.
Kalian pola.
Gimana
Mas-
kata?
Costume,
Oke.
Mr. Supranational?
Nggak ada nachos.
Nggak ada.
Tahun ini
Oke.
nggak ada nachos untuk Supra cowok, nggak ada. Cewek ada.
Oke.
Oke. Sophie sama Aiman. Kalian ke Poland baru pertama kali nanti kan?
Ya.
Yep.
Seberapa excited kalian mau ke sana gitu kan? Dan sudah dapat random, lihat jadwal karantina. Gimana? Excitednya gimana?
I let Sophie answer that.
How excited are you to go?
Excited. I think it's the first time for me to go to Europe, so I just want to see the culture of the people there, the Supraman personality, and then like I know some competition. I've been through a lot of competition, but we know and we the men are very decent personality and can mix well. So I'm worried that we can't mix. That's the concern. But I hopefully think that I think we're all guys, so I think should be fine.
Jawaban saya. Nah, ini dari oke. Indonesia kalian bisa mau ke Bali, ke Malaysia juga kan bisa dari Kuala Lumpur bisa ke Sarawak, Singapura jadi gara-gara COVID nggak kemana-mana. Ya.
Oke.
Jadi excited banget karena bisa keluar dari Singapura ya hore banget ya. Itu jawaban.
Aiman gimana Aiman?
Sangat excited having this opportunity to go up to Europe. This will be my first time in going to Poland, and I really like to experience the culture, the architecture, the people there, and actually me and Sophie are learning a bit of Polski or Polish. So who knows, we can try to interact with the people there easily, especially if we're going to the restaurant or the tour guide there. And one reason I'm very excited also because I get to meet a lot more people from different, especially I want to meet the Mr. Supranational from Indonesia. He looks like a very interesting person, and who knows, we can be brothers after the competition.
Oh yeah, sure. And did you guys bring any
bawa banyak lah. Ya,
karena di Poland
sambal paling penting.
The European food is not really good, right? So do you guys bring
Bang, mau titip bon cabe?
Enggak.
Gue punya banyak.
Can I ask something to dokter?
Bisa.
Gimana Kak?
Mau nanya ke dokter boleh nggak ya?
Bisa.
Boleh.
Next year, do you have any plan to take over the Miss National Singapore Asia too? The license?
Enggak, karena Miss Supra Singapura memang sudah ada yang dikembalikan. Tiap tahun mereka adakan. Itu asosiasi Singapore Women, ya kayak Putri Indonesianya Singapura. Ya, jadi mereka juga pegang Miss Internasional, Supra, nggak ingat apa. Ya, jadi mereka tetap. Jadi saya untuk Supra ceweknya saya nggak pegang di Singapura. Tapi rencananya memang memang dari tahun kemarin kita memang mau undang Jihan ke ajang Mr. Supra.
Oke.
Jadi karena ya dari Indonesia kan kemudian karena setiap tahun saya ke Putri Indonesia. Jadi sebagai ya karena setiap tahun saya ke Putri Indonesia, mari datang ke ajang saya ke Mr. Supra Singapura. Jadi ya jadi karena itu memang rencananya nanti nah, saya kenal baik dengan Pak Mega.
Ya.
Jadi saya juga akan undang untuk mereka datang untuk acara Mr. Supra Singapura. Ya. Sama dengan Malaysia juga. Jadi rencananya sama untuk mereka datang. Jadi untuk tahun depan atau nggak tahu kapan Supra mau kita disuruh buat ajang Supranya. Rencananya kita adakan di Malaysia, tapi Malaysianya dekat banget ya, di Johor. Jadi dari Singapura ke Johor mudah, 30 menit bisa. Ya,
Naik
jadi
bus ya, naik by bus ya.
bis, naik mobil juga bisa. Jadi kita mau adakan ajangnya di sana dan mungkin setelah itu kita naik ferry ke Batam untuk ajang Menhan Indonesia. Sebenarnya tahun 2020 sebenarnya itu rencananya. Jadi karena gara-gara COVID kita nggak bisa terbangkan mereka. Jadi waktu itu kita sudah ngomong dengan Gilbert. Jadi Gilbert sepatutnya datang dengan Enyo dari Belanda. Sepatutnya mereka datang untuk jadi juri untuk ketiga-tiga ajang ini tahun 2020. Tapi gara-gara COVID kita nggak bisa bawa mereka semua. Ya.
Mudah-mudahan nanti Jihan di invite as a Miss Supranational. Amin.
Iya benar.
Oke,
next guys.
Ini aku pertanyaan terakhir ya. Sophie sama Aiman ada pasang target nggak sih di Mr. Supra tahun ini? Apalagi ini kan perdana Malaysia sama Singapura di Mr. Supra.
Enggak. Targetnya harus tanya National Director-nya.
Oh, jangan.
Targetnya juara ya, dokter ya.
Oke, jadi saya harus jelaskan. Sebagai negara yang kecil, Singapura negara yang kecil, untuk Miss Supra, setiap tahun kita nggak dapat placing apa-apa untuk Miss Supra. Oke. Akhirnya tahun kemarin, tahun 2019, kita dapat top 25 untuk Miss Supra Singapura setelah tiap tahun. Jadi untuk Singapura dan Malaysia bagi saya kita harus karena kelihatan kita sukar, kita bukan negara pageant yang besar. Jadi target yang saya berikan salah satu harus masuk top 20, itu aja.
Salah satu atau dua-duanya nih?
Kalau bisa dua-duanya kan bagus, tapi bagi saya nggak mau terlalu ya kita harus karena memang kita ini baru dari dalam ajang Supra dan kita udah lihat Supra juga biasanya kalau kamu baru mereka perlahan-lahan nggak langsung oke, kamu terus juara sukar. Jadi bagi saya kita harus ngerti dan ya kita akan coba sedaya yang bisa. Tapi kita juga harus ekspektasinya harus ya kita nggak terlalu ya jangan ribet. Jadi kayak kita jalan-jalan ke Polandia lah ya itu aja.
Oke. Jadi poinnya adalah dua-duanya kalau bisa top 20 ya.
Ya.
Insya Allah.
Kalau lebih tinggi lagi ya hasil kalian.
Itu bonus lah kalau tinggi lagi.
Oke.
Tapi itu bukan.
Kalau targetnya melebihi nanti
extend di Poland ya dokter ya, extend di Poland sebulan.
Nggak bisa, harus kerja, harus pulang kerja.
Ya kalau misalnya kan Sophie tiba-tiba masuk di top 5, amin gitu kan. Aiman masuk top 10 melebihi target.
Jadi
National Director mau kasih apa?
Oke, jadi saya harus baik ya. Jadi saya akan katakan oke, sekiranya salah satu bisa naik lebih tinggi dari 20, saya akan jadi juri untuk Menhan Indonesia. Saya juga bawa mereka bisa jalan-jalan untuk ajang-ajang saya yang lain.
Amin.
Ya, jadi
Oke.
kalau tinggi bisa jalan-jalan, kalau enggak ya udah diam
Ya
di
udah.
Hmm. Selain jalan-jalan Bang, bisa gitu kan melancong ke Bali. Mas Teddy punya rekomendasi hotelnya?
Oh banyak, tenang.
Dimanapun pageantnya rata-rata ya chill aja, santai aja gitu.
Iya.
Maksudnya jangan terlalu kita antusias atau kompetitif boleh, tapi jangan lupa di situ kita harus ada menjalin suatu hubungan pertemanan sama mereka gitu. Jadi jangan sampai kalian pulang cuma bawa penyesalan bahwa wah gue nggak dapat sesuatu, terus gue akhirnya nggak bisa jalin pertemanan sama mereka, nggak bisa jalin koneksi sama mereka. Gitu aja sih. Tapi khusus untuk Aiman, aku harap sih nggak ada ya tadi keluar.
Oke. Sinyalnya kali ya.
Iya, nggak apa-apa. Mungkin ntar bisa dititipin aja buat Aiman lebih confident lagi, karena background dia, story dia bagus banget. Tergantung bagaimana dia mengolah ceritanya supaya message-nya bisa sampai ke teman-temannya. Oke, jadi korban bully, tapi gimana dia bisa survive sampai sekarang kayak gitu.
Kalau saya sih cuma satu aja pesannya. Pasti yang pusing itu adalah nadbirnya. bawa dua yang satu sisi bagus, satu sisi kompetitif. Nah, bingung kan Bang? Tapi balik lagi, yang penting kalian sudah tahu rules karantina seperti apa, tinggal dijalanin aja sih. Yang penting happy aja, karena kalau sudah bawaan happy itu pas masuk karantina, aura semua keluar. Tapi kalau udah moodnya jelek, udah ada duluan, mood gak enak, intinya adalah pas kalian sudah sampai ke Poland, yang di belakang tuh kayak cerita masa lalu di Singapura kayak di Malaysia, apa cerita apa jangan dibawa karena bakal jadi toxic. Jadi kaliannya jadi nggak happy nanti sampai di karantina.
Intinya kalian di sana harus have fun aja, enjoy ya.
Iya. Enjoy pageant kalau PL Indonesia ya.
Jadi persiapkan diri, jaga kesehatan supaya nanti di Poland lebih baik.
Good luck for the competition.
Bye bye.